right, it is Tuesday, 2 days before I switch over to the Omnipod. I just put my final Tandem site in before I make that switch, so just wanted to jump on and say that. I am going to keep my Tandem pump just to use as a backup, but yeah, I'll be back on Thursday for training day, but just wanted to let you guys know. Last Tandem pump has been inserted. All right, it's actually Wednesday today. I'm not getting my pump until tomorrow, but I just wanted to hop on and say it's almost like the Tandem pump knows that it's being replaced and is trying to just act up as much as possible the last couple days. Like, I've had issues with my tubing being tangled up and everything, with the infusion sites being sore. I had to replace a site on Tuesday. The tubing actually came disconnected from the little pigtail connection piece yesterday. So yeah, it's also been falling out of my pocket. It's like everything that could go wrong short of the infusion site being ripped out. Although, like I said, I did have to replace the one on Tuesday because it wasn't working. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong thus far the last couple days. But it's, making me feel a little bit better about switching to a new pump. So anyway, just thought I'd come on and say that. Good morning. I'm on my way to the kitchen to get some coffee. First, I need to open up my curtains here to get a little light. Today is the day that I switched to Omnipod. So yeah, I have bolused for my coffee. I will probably have some yogurt a little later, and then lunch will probably be my last bolus on the TSlim. So good times. And yeah, looking forward to it. Okay, so I'm getting ready to go. I don't know if you can hear the sound in the background. I have my Roomba running, so that way my floors can get swept up when I'm gone, and they'll be clean when I get back home. But I have changed my shirt. Long story short, the other one's in the laundry basket. So yeah, just getting what I need here. Got the keys, and let me change hands because I also have to pick up this thing, the box for the Omnipod appointment. So anyway, yeah, I should probably be arriving a little bit early, possibly up to half an hour early. But honestly, I would rather arrive early than late. And the place where I'm going is on the north side of Indy, which is kind of a bit of a mess to drive through. So I would rather, leave myself plenty of time. That way I'm not stressing when I'm driving. And yeah, I'll update you guys more then. Okay, so I'm here about 25 minutes early. Got a little bit turned around at a hotel parking lot because the GPS kept saying, turn right, and I did, and I was like, I'm pretty sure this is not the right place. So yeah, I've had to turn around and figure that out. But anyway, I've arrived. I have to do a bit of walking to get to the right place, but not a big deal. I have to get my steps in. I also have to use the restroom because my blood sugars are high. But anyway, yeah, getting ready to go in and get this new Omnipod. So exciting stuff. Okay, I am officially tube-free. Got the Omnipod hooked up and had a really nice appointment. It was about an hour and a half or so. Just went through how the system works, setting it up, etc., etc. I do have my basal rates in the system, but apparently, unlike Tandem, which kept the basal rates as a basic guidelines, what Omnipod does is it kind of learns as it goes and will make adjustments to the basal rate as it learns your body. So it may change from day to day what your basal rate is, but it does, I think, initially at least, use the base rates that you input, if that makes sense. And yeah, kind of exciting stuff. It's so nice not having anything in my pocket and not having to worry about tubing. I don't normally wear my pump on my abdomen, but given that I have my Dexcom on my upper thigh at the moment, we just decided to keep it all in line. It would be best to have it on the front of my body, and I thought, well, I'll just use my abdomen for now. I'll put my Dexcom back on my arm going forward. She said I probably don't have to worry about my Dexcom causing too much scar tissue simply because I change that every 10 days. So may just use my arms for that going forward, and then I can use my lower back for my pump sites, my Omnipod sites. So yeah, get ready to go home. I needed to put my hair down. I was starting to get a headache from that. And yeah, I'll let you guys know how things go from now on. I've not yet done a bolus. My blood sugars didn't really need to be corrected. So anyway, yeah, good things. Back home, I learned something interesting when I was on the drive home. The gal who trained me gave me a call because there was a form that she forgot to have me sign while I was in the office. So she has to email that to me. But apparently I am the first person connected to the healthcare system that my doctor is a part of in the general area who is on Omnipod 5. So yeah, or at least the first one, the first one to switch from Tandem Control-IQ, TSlimX2. So one of those two was the case. But anyway, one of the first that she got to train on the Omnipod 5 system. So yeah, pretty exciting. Whether I'm the first person to use Omnipod 5 in the doctor's office or just the first one to transition from Tandem, who knows? I wasn't clear on that, but yeah, pretty impressive. Funny story. I was not planning on working out today because I had thought that the Omnipod would have an easier time getting to know my system if I didn't throw it into a workout, especially one that involves a lot of adrenaline, so my blood sugars do tend to spike quite a bit. Sometimes they drop, but more often than not they go up. So I was like, I kind of want the Omnipod to be a little bit more familiar with my body before I start doing that. But in the end, I decided to go ahead and hit the gym, and I have to say it worked out pretty well. I think my Tandem, either the first day or the second day that I went kickboxing, I sweated so much that the site came out, and that was in October. It's actually now summer, late June, and yeah, the Omnipod is still on, so that's great. And I think it probably helped that I started the activity setting a half hour before class started, and then it ended a half an hour into class. So the last half of class I had, there are people over there, so that's why I keep looking in that direction. So the last half hour I had my regular basal rates going, and the pump was aiming towards my target blood glucose of 110 instead of 150, so that might have helped. But yeah, seems to be working out well, and I really liked it when kickboxing, so yay. Okay, so the night went pretty well. My blood sugars were probably a little higher than I normally like them to be at night. Typically I like them to run closer to 100 to 110 mg/dL. Last night they were pretty much between like 130 and 150 mg/dL, and you know, it's not bad. It's just the system is still getting to know me a bit, and the diabetes educator did say that probably for the first couple days I may be running a little bit higher than I'm used to, just until the system adjusts. So anyway, that being said, I thought I would quickly show you guys how I do a bolus. That screen's a little bright. Sorry, let me enter my pin off camera here. So right now my blood sugars are 121, heading steady. And what you do to bolus is you hit this little insulin vial at the bottom of the screen. I don't know if you could see that. And we have two functions here. We have carbs and glucose. Now, glucose is not automatically filled in. What you have to do is hit this use CGM feature, and it'll put that in, and calculatable is based on that, and then enter the carbs. And this morning I plan on eating yogurt. That's about 26 carbs, plus I always bolus for coffee, so that would be 31. And then hit the green arrow, and it has the total bolus. Now, one thing I will say about the Omnipod, it only goes out to 0.05 units. The TSlim went out to 100th of units, so it's either going to give you more or less than, a little bit more or less than you might on, say, a TSlim. So it's not quite as precise. That is something I'll have to get used to, but anyway. Confirm and start. So right now it's delivering, and it gives you this little arrow where you can keep track of it. It kind of makes, it's hard to hear on the phone. I have to be like right up next to it to hear, but it makes a sound like a ticking clock, like every time it delivers. But anyway, just thought I would show you guys that. I'll probably close out this vlog here just because I don't really have much more planned. When I get a little bit more comfortable changing the pod out, I will go ahead and do a video on how I do that. But for right now, yeah, everything's going well, and I will talk to you guys later. Like, subscribe, all that. Bye.